Welcome everyone in our virtual classroom. Today I will discuss the 19th lecture on engineering mechanics. You can remember that in the last class we have introduced rotation about fixed axis, and we have developed a different drive different kinematic parameters on rotation about fixed axis. Now we will apply that formulas to solve the numericals. Here I will discuss the solution of two different numericals on rotation about fixed axis. One is the first one is about the concentric pulley, where two pulleys are combined, means there is no relative motion between these pulleys, and the pulley system together is rotating about a fixed axis, and another is a lever, a 90-degree angle lever is rotating about fixed axis. So these I'm going to discuss now. Please follow this. Here we are starting our first problem on rotation about fixed axis. Two concentric disc is there. This disc, it is combined disc, and it is rotating about this fixed axis. The axis is perpendicular to the point A. The radius of these two discs is given. The bigger disc is 125 mm, whereas the smaller disc is 75 mm. A block is hanging from this bigger disc. Now we have to find out, due to the motion of this block, what angular accelerations we are getting, what the velocities of different points of these, that we have to find out. What is given? That a constant acceleration, the C point, there is a constant acceleration 225 millimeter per second square. It is the tangential acceleration around this, and there is an initial velocity also 300 millimeter per second. To solve any numerical, what is our first step? Write down the given data. So what is the given data? You see, for this point VD at T0, T0 means initially, for this D point, the velocity is 300 millimeter per second, as is given here. And D point and C is on same line, same rope or cable. So the velocity of the tangential velocity of both the points is same, means VD equals to VC equals to 300 millimeter per second square. And the tangential component of acceleration here is given. So this acceleration and this acceleration, as is in, it is in the same cable. So these two component, means for this point and for this point, tangential component of acceleration is same, and that's why it is ATD equals to ATC 225 millimeter per second square, as is given here. Now first we will study the motion of this pulley. The smaller pulley is rotating about this axis A. The radius is given as 75 mm for this pulley, and tangential component of acceleration and velocity, that is given as VC and VTC. Now we know this relation VD equals to R omega 0, where R is 75 and the Vd is given as 300. So substitute these two values and get omega 0. It is suffix 0 because it is at instant 0, initial condition. Then omega 0 4 radian per second square second. Again ATD, tangential component of this velocity, is r alpha. R is 75 and ATD is 225. Substitute this and you are getting 3 radian per second square is the value of angular acceleration. Now all this is the initial data. Now this alpha is constant but omega is not constant. Constant acceleration is there, so omega will change. So after 2 seconds we know this relation of angular parameters. Omega equals to omega 0 plus alpha t. Omega is the angular velocity at time t equals to 2 seconds. Substitute all these values, we are getting 10 radian per second, and in the meantime the displacement during this 2 seconds is omega 0 t half alpha t square, and we are getting 14 radian per second square. So this is the total angular displacement. Now a number of revolution means one revolution equal to 2 pi radian and total radian equals to 14. So total number of revolution 14 divided by 2 pi, 2.23. Now consider the motion of this block B. For the block B, whatever velocity, tangential velocity Vv is there, you notice it is connected to the bigger pulleys. So here R value is 125. So at t equals to 2 seconds we have to find out the parameters. What is that? Vv equals to omega r again. You notice the smaller pulley and bigger pulley are fixed, combined. So both is rotating with same angular velocity. So omega is same for both, and that's why the final velocity, angular velocity of the smaller disk we have calculated here, that is equals to 10 radian per second. So for the bigger disk also the final velocity is this same omega, and r is here 125. So 10 into 125 equals to this 1250 millimeter per second. Now if it is the velocity of this point, same point is connected to the rope, means this cable is connected here. So tangential velocity here and the velocity of block, the direction of cable is in tangential direction. So tangential velocity at this point B and velocity of block is same. So this Vv is the tangential velocity at this point as well as the tangential velocity of the block. And as the velocity is Vv, so what is the displacement? Displacement we know, the angular displacement we can write down r theta for this point. For this point of this bigger pulley, angular displacement is total displacement is r theta, and block is connected to the same cable here. So for the block also displacement is r theta. So 125 into 14 radian. So finally our vertical displacement is 750 millimeter. Now the direction of this tangential component of the velocity acceleration is this tangential, and another component is there which is normal towards the center as per our previous discussion. So the final velocity angular acceleration is this angular acceleration as well as this is the angular acceleration, not velocity here. Summation of these two components along this. So ATD at time t equals to 0 is this, and this is the ANT, ND, means tangential component of acceleration that is given, and this normal component of acceleration we can calculate omega 0 squared r. Here r means for the d point r means again 75, so substitute 75 and omega 0. We have calculated the omega 0 values, substitute here, and we are getting this. Now we are getting both the values ATD and AND. So resultant acceleration, that is equals to summation of this vector summation of these two, means this square plus this square, so AD. So this is actually AD, it's not V, it is AD. So at D point the linear acceleration, resultant linear acceleration is this. And what's the angle? You know, this angle is AND by ATD. So this is for the time t equals to 0 at initial condition. Our next problem, problem number 2. So what is there? A structure like this. We have to find out the angular velocity and acceleration of this point P. The position of the point is given. It is at a height up to 50 millimeter from here. This link 20, and this is equals to 500 meter. So for this, we already have discussed in our previous class that the direction of alpha and omega both is vertical, means perpendicular to the plane of rotation. Now this mechanism is rotating about this particular axis. If the horizontal plane can be considered as the xy plane, so it is rotating about xy plane. So the vector angular velocity and alpha perpendicular to this. So this is the direction. Now let's calculate what's the position vector of this point P in the direction of let's consider it is the x direction, it is y, and this is the z direction. So in the x component is 0.5, 500 millimeter means in meter or SI system it is 0.5. Y, in the direction of y it is 200 means 0.2, and in z direction this point is vertically 50 millimeter or 0.05 k. So this is the position vector, r equals to 0.5i plus 0.2j plus 0.05 k. And here also given omega equals to 2k. Why k? As the direction of omega and alpha both is perpendicular to the plane of rotation, means perpendicular to the plane xy plane. Here xy is the plane of rotation, so perpendicular to that is z, and the z direction unit vector is k. In x and y the unit vectors are I and j. So the value, the magnitude is given, angular velocity 2k, 2 and 3, so 2k and minus 3k. Now why it is so? It is considered this acceleration. Calculate these velocities. We know Vp, the tangential velocity, equals to omega cross r. Omega cross r means omega equals to 0, 0, 2. Omega equals to 2k. We can write down this 2k means 0i plus 0j plus 2k. So 0, 0, 2. And here is 0.5i, 0.2j, 0.05. So substitute this. And we know the cross product, I into this minus this into this. So finally, the velocity of this point P is minus 4.0 minus 0.4 I plus j, solving this equation. You notice in the given problem that omega alpha is opposite to the direction of omega, and that's why this alpha is minus 3k. Now the acceleration of the point P, the resultant acceleration is, we know acceleration has two component, the tangential component and the normal component. Tangential component equals to alpha cross r. Here alpha means minus 3k as we have discussed. As it is opposite to omega, so it is minus, and magnitude is given 3. So minus 3k indicates 0i plus 0j minus 3k. So minus 3. And the position vector is same. So solving this, we are getting ATP equals to 0.6i minus 1.5j. So this is the tangential component. Then what's the normal component? We know omega cross r. Here this omega cross r indicates Vp, velocity. So we can write down omega cross Vp. Now this omega is 0, 0, 2. And Vp we have derived already in the last slide, minus 0.4i plus j, no k is there means 0k. So solving this, we are getting in acceleration of the normal component of this acceleration of this P point is ANP is minus 2i minus 0.8j. Now we have to add these two components of acceleration and get the resultant acceleration of point P. So adding this vector addition, this plus this equals to finally minus 1.4i minus 2.3j. So this is the references that I have used to prepare these video lectures. This is the solution about these two problems, and in the next class I'll again discuss more problems on rotation about fixed axis. So thank you for listening and your patience. Thank you.